Hello everybody and welcome to Shadows Art. I'm Dougie Shadows, I'm your artist. Tonight I'm going to be drawing Batman. And while I'm drawing Batman, I'm also going to be giving you history about the character and showing you how I draw the character as I go along, or kind of giving you a little hint about how I do these things. So enjoy. If you have any character that you specifically want to see me draw, leave it in the comments and I'll get to it. Enjoy.
Okay, so let's begin. What we have here is the outline already drawn, because during the shooting process I kept getting interrupted and I got really tired of drawing the outline over and over and over again to start over the video, so I just left it this time, said fuck it, I guess it's going to be okay. So what we're going to do is draw in and fill in all the little shading parts, and you'll see as I go along that's what's actually happening. But now the history on Batman. Batman began in 1939 in Detective Comics number 27, created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. And originally, Bob Kane took all of the credit for starting Batman, or creating Batman, and left Finger out in the dust. And in recent years, it's come to light that that's what happened, and Bill Finger's getting the recognition that he deserved long after his death. But Batman originally started out not as brooding, not as dark, different costume, and then he was kind of a lame character that nobody really cared about until the 1960s came along and the Burt Ward, Adam West Batman came out on TV, and there was a big resurgence in Batman. Everybody loved it, thought it was the greatest thing ever. And in the 70s, Batman had a lot of success. And then when the 80s came around is really when Batman hit, with three big major events in the Batman franchise. Excuse me. The first would have been The Killing Joke, which was the seminal book where the Joker came in, shot Barbara Gordon in the spine, and paralyzed her and kidnapped her. Big story, probably one of my favorites. Then after that, there was Death in the Family, which was the death of the second Robin, Jason Todd, at the Joker's hands when he beat him to death with a crowbar. Then came Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, which is probably one of the biggest Batman stories ever made. And in that, he comes back as an old man after being retired for 10 years. You just really have to read up on it. I'm not going to go fully into it, but it's great. Now, over the years, there have been three different Batmen. Of course, there was Bruce Wayne, who everybody knows as Batman, knows his story. His parents died. He became the vigilante. He goes out and starts beating on people. And excuse me for just a second. I can show you right here. We skipped over to the inking portion and went off the lining, because it's just boring to sit and watch me line for an hour and a half or do the darkening in the lines. So that's why we skipped ahead. Now, where was I? Okay, there were three different Batmans, of course. Like I said, there was Bruce Wayne. Then there was John Paul Valley, which came along after Bane broke Batman's back in the Nightfall series. He was a bit psychotic and unstable, and that didn't last very long. Look it up, though. There were some pretty good stories there. Then you have Dick Grayson, the original Robin, give up being Nightwing, came back to be Batman during the Batman Incorporated storyline right before the new DC 52 started. And that lasted for a little bit. The great series in there was The Black Mirror, which was fantastic. You should really check that out. Now, any Batman fan should be able to tell you, pardon me again, that Batman is probably the most popular character nowadays. There's been so many movies and so many games, and especially, you know, the new games coming out from Rocksteady, the Arkham series, Arkham Asylum, City, and Arkham Knight. We don't even talk about Arkham Origins. But those are fantastic, great representations of Batman, especially Arkham Knight's story. But Arkham City, I think, was the better game. But all fantastic, great storylines dealing with the Joker and Scarecrow, which are fantastic. Now, of course, you have the movies, some of them better than others. Of course, Christian Bale's Batman's probably going to be the best for a long time, unless Ben Affleck's new Batman coming out is going to be really good, it looks like, but can't honestly tell until the movie comes out. But, of course, you know, the Batman's the member of the Justice League, and they're working, obviously, up to the Justice League movie, which is going to be fantastic. And it looks like I'm about to come up on my time out here, but just wanted to get back into the drawing here, and, you know, as you can see, the inking is going pretty well. The time lapse, it looks a lot cooler than it actually was doing it because, you know, it took forever. But, like I said, in all the other, if there's anything you would like me to draw, or like to see me draw in this style with the time lapse and all that good stuff, be sure to drop it into the comments. I would love to do more of these, which I've got a couple lined up. Obviously, I've done the Batman, so Joker's coming shortly after. I want to do a Flash because it's one of my favorite characters. But that's about it for me. As you can see, the drawing's pretty much finished. I'm going to have a still shot here at the end. And just really want to thank you guys for watching. And hey, come back. We're going to do more of these. Just come back to Gorilla Gamefare in general. We're awesome.